So this is my garden bridge, but it doesn't end up like this in my garden. Let's see what happens. From getting across over to this bank, you had to step across the stream before, and the stream wasn't very wide, but I've obviously widened it out to this much now. It's really quite big, and that's going to be too much for my wife and I to step over safely, especially when it's wet. So I'm going to build a path that's going to come through here where this stone is, up through here, up and along, across the stream on a wooden bridge, and then a further path. It's going to lead around the back there, which is where I'm going to have my bananas and cannas. And hopefully that'll make it a little bit safer to cross the stream. Now, I've been using these wooden posts because they were on a great offer. They were £5 from Aylett Nurseries. They're pre-used ones, and I use them for my lookout. And because I'm in the back garden and I haven't got to worry about pipes or anything going underneath the ground, I thought I could just hammer them in and completely avoid using cement. I don't like using cement around plants because I think it sort of leaks a bit, and it's just so permanent. If you want to get stuff out, you've got to mess about with a breaker getting it out. And it's a garden. I changed my mind. I moved stuff, and the jungle hut I've cemented in, but this I thought no, it's going to be fine. You're going to have 4 posts hammered in, and the chances of that sinking with the amount of traffic we're going to get on that bridge, which is basically going to be my wife and I crossing it to do the odd bit on the other side of the pond, it's not really going to go anywhere. I thought I'd be fine. And also, they're pretty cheap, £5 each, pre-used. And once you start adding cement on, you've got another sort of £5-8 per post if you're using postcrete, or if you want to, you can do it cheap if you mix it up with blue circle cement and sand and whatever. But I prefer this way. Now, the main disadvantage of doing it this way is getting it level. If you dig a hole and you're using cement, you can just dig the hole, drop the post in, level it up, and just tap the cement in round it. But to try and hammer something in level, that's pretty tricky, especially if it's round. And it's you've got to get it level in all angles. You can't just have it level one way. And it's quite a tricky procedure. You need 2 of you really, and you've just got to hope that you don't hit anything that can skew it off halfway down. Once the posts are in, the next thing is to put the supports in that are going to hold the actual slats of the walkway. And I'm using these decking joists, and I bought them they're 2.4 meters long originally, and I got them from Wickes, and they're about £6 I think for 2.4 meters. And I just cut them to size, level them up and hammer them on, and the slats will just go onto these. The slats themselves are made from 2.4 meter long sort of decking board. Well, they weren't decking boards, they were just sort of shuttering boards, and they were 150mm wide and 22mm deep, and they're supposedly outside and have been treated, because I did ask them. I got them from Wickes, and they did ask them and they said yes, they'll be fine for outside, but I'm going to paint them anyway. And they're about £8 each I think. So I needed 3 or 4 of them to do this, to get the actual full length of it. It was really quite a quick and easy job doing this, quite a fun part of doing this. And I made sure that I left a little gap in between each slat for the expansion of the wood, and I thought it'd look a bit better if it had a tiny gap in. It just to look a little bit more rustic, which is what I'm after. I'm not after it looking like it's been engineered for Disney or something. Now the upright supports, I ended up cutting the tops off of those, and it cleaned them up a bit, because when you hammer the tops of posts, they do tend to split and become a bit of a mess. And it's just sort of cleaned them up and put a nice top on. Now the final thing was to drill some holes through the top of the post, about a few inches just below the top, so that this rope would fit through, and then just thread the rope through and nail it on. I just wrapped it around and stuck a nail through it and got them a bit level, and it was done.
Now I could leave it this colour, and this, just leaving it like this with a light wood stain would be great if you're having an Australian type garden or a Hawaiian type tropical garden. But we found I was originally going to leave it like this, but when I started looking at the whole of the garden, it really clashed with some of the other colours, especially with the red and with the black theme, because ours is more of a Southeast Asian type garden, which is what we're trying to create, and this really doesn't fit in as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it black so that it fits in, hopefully, with the rest of the theme of the garden, because up on the patio we've got the black arch, and we're going to have black railings along the back here, and this lookout here is going to be painted black, and this really isn't going to fit in with that. But tell me what you prefer. Do you prefer it this colour or this colour? Tell us in the comments.